what is popping, YouTube? So we're here with another deck profile for the Yugioh Cube channel. We just got done playing a cash tournament. I'm not gonna tell you how much because you know Konami's a little. So this deck's pretty spicy. Forewarning, this is a Blue Eyes deck, which is even crazier for a cash tournament because it plays so well. If you are because Blue Eyes players have a very bad reputation for always being very knowing the spice. So if you don't like playing more than 40 cards or a very stream-like Blue Eyes deck, just turn it off. This is for the spice if people want to try and play something, because pure Blue Eyes is boring as shit to play. I was just trying to play something fun because we have a bunch of cool cards. So this is the profile. 3 Ash, who cares? This is where you get the money. 3 Blue Eyes, speaks for itself. 3 Alternative. This is arguably probably the coolest card in the deck. It's a free summon. A lot of these cards speaks for itself. I'll explain the actual spiciness of the cards. 2 Spirit of White. I played 2 Spirit because even though it is a 60 card version of Blue Eyes, it does come up every once in a while. And just having there's so many revival spells in the actual deck itself. And just the fact that our locals is filled with stun decks, so just keep banishing back row comes up so much. Yeah, cool. 3 Sage. This is probably the best card in the deck. This card does so much. First of all, the problem when you play certain cards is your extra deck gets stuck. So this card helps remove it so you can keep playing cards, but honestly it's just a level 1 tuner. Young Sage, he gets there. Veiler, he searches Veiler. Speaks for itself. It's actually pretty good because this is a good hand trap. I've considered playing 2, just because it stops a lot of you know, that Electrum dude, I guess, the spell. Master. Now I played this because you play Brilliant Fusion too. This is a good Brilliant Fusion target. It helps after you summon with the Seraph Knight, because you play another normal summon guy. This helps banish the Seraph Knight to remove it, so you can put a guy there. Or Seraph Knight's just good for using for Decode Talker, because we don't have a good link 2. Once Blue Eyes gets a good link 2, like the Heractic or the Needle Fiber, this deck gets very, very good. 3 Stone. 4 Stone. Yeah, they speak for themselves, kind of. 3 Alistair. So, a big thing in the Blue Eyes community is not a lot of people like Invoked Blue Eyes. Before the new Master Rule with links, this shit was so good. So we got to put it back in there because, you know, Invocation got ulti, and it looks too fucking pretty to not play it, you know? The Lazuli, because in Blue Eyes it's cool because Brain Fusion turns into any Foolish Burial, which is actually this so good. We also played a Spellbook engine. He's a spellcaster. It's just good for, I don't know. I just don't know that because he's fucking ulti, you know? All right, into the spells. 3 Brain Fusion. They're ulti, that's why I play them. Invocation. Same thing. They're ulti, I wanted to play. 3 Knowledge. There's no cards and constants here, so for the Blue Eyes players who ride or die with that card, I'm sorry. If you want to kill me in your spare time, that's cool, I get it. Blue Eyes players have to play it for some reason. I play this instead just because it's very good. Because Pure usually ends up on Spirit and hand traps, which doesn't get there sometimes. So this gives you either Mock-Up or Spirit, which is still good because it gives you more options. But if you open up very, very good, like Brilliant Fusion, some other cards, your boards are just broken. 2 Secrets to go with it. Monster Reborn, I've thought about not playing this because it gets cloggy sometimes. But it comes up every now and then. 1 Shrine. It's another Foolish Burial. It's good in here because you can get rid of 2, I guess. Foolish. Soul Charge. Arguably the worst card in the deck, just because life points mean so much nowadays. So even if you get a couple Blue Eyes cards, there's so many FTKs, they'll play Tremendous Fire or some shit. Today, I played Burn first round. It was the only non-meta deck I played, and I lost first game because he played so many Ukazi, Tremendous Fires, all those broken cards, and burned me to death. So I ended up winning, but yeah, it happens. 3 Return. Card's broken, honestly. 2 Silver Cry. I played 2 just because since we're playing Brilliant Fusion, that gives you easier access to Decode. So making Hope Harbinger and extra spirits is really, really good. Also with the Dragon Spirit of the White, he banishes back row. 2 Pot of Desires. This card literally says Draw 2. You should never not play this card. 3 Melody. This card says summon a Blue Eyes alternative from the deck, so why wouldn't you want to play that card, honestly? It's so good. It's a free level 8. Trading. I think you play like 13 level 8s or something, I guess. 3 Terraforming. This is where some of the spice comes in. We play 3 Terraforming because we play 1 Meltdown, just 1, because we play Fairy Dragon. 2 Ravine, because there's so many good plays with this. It's an extra foolish. If your camp gets too cloggy, you can send more guys to graveyard. That's why you play so many revival spells. And then the Mausoleum of the White. This comes up so many times where with Sage and just having... This honestly gives you 3 normal summons, which is... I don't know. I guess normal summons are good in Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? That's the list. That's 60 cards. Super spicy, I guess. Some Blue Eyes players will hate it, you know. It won the tournament, so it says enough for itself. 2 Makaba. Card is so good. 1 Seraph Knight for the fusions. The cool thing about this deck is Invocation can make this. If you open up the Lazuli with Brilliant Fusions and stuff like that, you can actually Invocation into this with Lazuli and a Light Monster, which actually came up once. He didn't know that. I ended up OTKing him because it became 23, not 0, and he was fucking salty as a bitch. He was a bad player too. Galaxy Package. Fellground, I play it because it's Ghost. Moonlight, this comes with the Spirit plays. It's pretty cool. The Fairy Dragon, honestly probably the best card in this extra deck just because this gives you so many options and so many like toolbox cards with all your, whatchamacallit, Crystal Wing. Now some Blue Eyes players, you can, if you go first, you can actually make an attachment with this as for Exceed. And then you can send it to the graveyard because return gets this back for extra spicy plays. 2 Spirit. Yep. Azure. And then a Decode. This is 13. 14th was Underclock Talker and Hope Harbinger. I was borrowing those cards, so I had to give him back because he was being a little fucking pansy about it. But it was cool. I ended up playing Burn first round, Spiral, and then back-to-back Pendulum decks. Luckily I got to go first against the Pendulum deck. Spirit is so good against Pendulums because you can only summon 1 at a time. And then I had Silver Cry and a bunch of other stuff to like keep banishing their back rows, and they just couldn't do it. And then Makaba, and then in the final round, opened up the fucking stones and just blew that guy out. So that's Blue Eyes first place, man. It was good.